Oh, Shamala, I'm alive, I'm alive. Oh, I woke up, I woke right on up. Birdie, birdie in the sky, drop some white stuff in my eye. I'm just a grown adult, so I won't cry. I'm just glad that cows don't fly. Shamala, I'm alive. Oh, I woke up, I woke right on up. Oh, I woke up, I woke up, I woke up. Shamala, I'm alive. I'm gonna try that one more time. One more time. Birdie, birdie in the sky, drop some white stuff in my eye. I'm a grown adult, so I won't cry. I'm just glad cows don't fly. Shamala, I'm alive. Oh, I woke up, I woke up. Shamala, I'm alive. Oh, I woke up, I woke up. Shamala, I'm alive. Shamala, shamala, shamala. There it is. Jam time is now over. What's up? Good morning. A bright, cold day. It is. Hey, what's up, John Hudson? Oh, what do I got against flying cows? Is one of those descending cow patties coming down from the sky to land on my head. That's pretty much what I got about flying cows. I mean, birds are bad enough. They're small, most of them. Here, I'm going to set this down. What's up? Good morning. What's up? It is chilly. It is nice and cool out there. Yeah, I gotta flip this up. It's kind of getting in my view here, messing with me. Let me see. Will it stay up? Oh man, this is gonna have to get it from the back. Keep that heat, all that up there. Oh, it's 25 degrees for you? Woo, Sandy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for me, hang on, let me. I just saw it glitched right there. I see that you said that it's 25 degrees for you. I'm going to go look right here. I got a little temperature dial. I'm curious what the temperature is right here. It looks like I'm sitting right at 30 degrees right now out there. It is chilly out there. Heck yeah, that's what's up. All right. We did drip our waters. We did see that there is a freeze advisory or whatever on the phones. But good morning. Hello, John. Sandy. Let's see. Yeah. So I got an article from Only Sky. There's somebody who's come under my radar now. I was unaware of them until yesterday, and if I did ever hear them speak, I never really took notice to them. But the person is Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson has gotten on my radar, and in an Only Sky article, by Pierce, he's got some stuff to say about him, and he's also got some of his quotes from things he said. And I found this article in my science thing in Google News. I went under the category for science, and I was looking through those articles, and in there was an article from Desiring God. I am not going to read all through these articles. I'm just gonna like cherry pick them and just point out some things that I saw. But yeah, the Desiring God is really, that article is more poetry and flowery language. But even the sentiment that he's trying to convey in it, like, I do not find to be true at all. But things, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let's check right here. Sandy's saying, I'm glad I built so I never have to drip during a freeze. Heck yeah. There's some piping out there. I'm drawing a blank on, plexi pipe. That stuff is pretty freaking cool. That's over at my place. My place, I've put that in. That stuff, it's pretty freaking cool. I've played around with it too, like heating it up and bending it, and you can even reshape it and stuff. Um, but it can expand to crazy sizes. John Hudson says, Mike Johnson sounds like a made up name to get it to teach to say to Mike Johnson. Actually, the title of Pierce's article from Jonathan M.S. Pierce, his title is Christian Nationalists Drop Mike and Hold On to Your Johnson. That's Jonathan Pierce's title for the article. Yeah. But this is, he does say some crazy stuff. Like, even if Trump, it gets to where he is not somebody who's going to be the president or running for the president, there are still some up and comers that they have. This dude, he says this. This is
gave constitutional cover to the elected.
Oh, hang on. Can I rewind that? This is only 20. It's 26 seconds. He's talking about Roe versus Wade.
Killing of unborn children in America. Period. You think about the implications of that on the economy. We're all struggling here to cover the bases of Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and all the rest. If we had all those able-bodied workers in the economy, we wouldn't be going upside down and toppling over like this. Listen,
the gentleman.
I will not yield. I will not. Roe was a terrible corruption of America's constitutional jurisprudence.
Able-bodied workers. What the heck? What is that? We need more workers. We need more. That's just kind of ridiculous. There are plenty of human beings coming into the world and out of the world. And I think quality over quantity is maybe a better idea. You know, seeing that resources and things have limitations. So, yeah. And being a person that, like, was given the idea that, like, after I was born that I should have been aborted, like, and not wanting, not being wanted is, I mean, just the idea and the way that makes a person feel, at least for me, it was really hard to deal with that, and getting over that, like, if we don't want people who are, like, not going to be well taken care of, we're going to be just allowing every person to be born, there are going to be societal problems because the ones who are not cared for cause problems for the rest of society, and it's not their fault either, because we're not being responsible with reproductive rights. That's just messed up. See, he says it goes on to say in the article, he even blames school shootings on abortions, as Irene Cameron sets out in the New York Magazine. At the time, Johnson was a lawyer defending Louisiana's abortion restrictions, purported safety regulations designed to shut down clinics, in court, and had just been elected unopposed to the State House of Representatives. I remember thinking how anodyne the office was, like a small town personal injury firm, as he cheerfully told me that soon the pro-lifers would outnumber the pro-choicers who aborted all their babies. I no longer have a recording, just a 27-page transcript, but my memory is that he kept his voice smooth and pleasant as he said, "Many women use abortion as a form of birth control. You know, in certain segments of society, it's just shocking and sad. But this is where we are. When you break up the nuclear family, when you tell a generation of people that life has no value, no meaning, that it's expendable, then you do wind up with school shooters." And this is something that Johnson is uh, has said, or is, this article is saying that he has said that sentiment. Many women use abortion as a form of birth control. And I really don't see that in reality, as I don't know many women. No, I, I don't think I know one single woman. Like, most of the time, uh, in my time period, there was Planned Parenthood, and all the women that I was involved with in my teenage and early 20s, they were all taking birth control, and they were going to Planned Parenthood and things to keep from being pregnant. Like, to go through that is, from what I understand, it's not very desirable, to, you know, so that's something that they miss, is that not only are they making it to where it's just a mess. I don't know. What do y'all think? Hey, Trees came in. What's up, Trees? Good morning. Yeah. Um. I'll read a little bit more. It says, "Beware the quiet man." This is M.S. Pierce. His words: "Beware the quiet man. When he addresses his colleagues on the first day of being the new Speaker in the U.S. House of Representatives, Johnson shared the following: I don't believe there are any coincidences. I believe that Scripture, the Bible, is very clear that God is the one that raises up those in authority. He raised up each of you, all of us, and I believe that God has ordained and allowed us to be brought here to this specific moment in time." And it's their massive amount of privilege that has got him to where he is in this point of time. I don't know much about Mike Johnson, but if he's one of these Bible thumping people, um, they have a support system that, you know uh, others don't have. They have money coming to them in a way that other organizations don't have. Although their organizations do have the ability to be able to take donations, um, It's just that the Christian organization has a very big line of disposable income just like flowing into their organization. They have plenty of money to prop up the person that they want to win in government. Yeah, this article goes on to express much more of what he said, and Pierce definitely puts his 2 cents in. I like the Only Sky. Uh, Only Sky. They've got a lot of good writers over there. But yeah, I'm going to see what the chat has to say. Look at the Tree says women should be able to get abortions just because it's a Tuesday and it's their body, and leave them alone. I say, yep. It doesn't matter, regardless, um, if they are using that as a form of birth control or not. It's not our decision. Like, you're taking away their ability to make a choice for themselves, which is taking away a freedom or a right that, you know, should be for each individual. Nobody's gonna force Mike Johnson to go get a vasectomy, you know? People can still make babies, um, but whenever it comes to their choice, let them make that choice. Because if you become like one of the unwanted, like growing up with that, like feeling like you're unwanted, is a freaking horrible freaking feeling. It is. Um, John Hudson says no woman uses an abortion as birth control. They only do this as last resort from a unwanted pregnancy or for life-saving measures. Never once have I heard a squirt it in me. If I get pregnant, I will abort. Hey, Silverwolf apps come in. Good morning, Silverwolf. Yeah. Big Z. What's up? Good morning, Big Z. Hello. Good morning. Yeah. It is messed up. So yeah, I guess this guy Mike Johnson is somebody who the right likes. The Republicans like him, from what I understand. Yeah. Um. Now, this other article, this is kind of. I was like, what? Why is this in the science tab? Like, how did this guy get in the science tab? An article by Scott Hubbard, editor, desiringgod.org. Focus on it. Focus. There it is. The spiritual discipline to sky. How the heart shaped how the heavens shape a heart. What the heck? What what? This was in my science feed. And I did read through, and it is mostly flowery language. And I'm just gonna read a little bit, just a little bit, okay? All right. Sometime soon, consider conducting a little experiment. Grab a jacket, go outside, find a nice patch of grass to sit or lie upon, and then for 15 minutes, simply stare at the sky. Having conducted such an experiment myself, perhaps I can give you a sense of what to expect. Expect, first of all, to feel strange. Unless you find a private patch of grass, you may be the object of a spectacle and whispered concern. Thrust such discomfort, thrust such discomfort behind you and stare on. Expect also a small reacquaintance with natural elements often avoided, some dew upon the back, some aphids upon your wrist. Embrace them. For these 15 minutes at least, you are an outdoorsman. Okay. And I'm gonna worry if somebody's watching me. I mean, even if you're in a public place and you like pop a squat on a patch of grass, I mean, I'm not gonna be like, whoa, that dude is brave and just out there. He must have nerves of steel to go out there and go sit in that grass. Whoa, whoa. Telling me what to expect, or you might get a bug on you. There's a particular part where he takes this sentiment and makes it like people don't do this anymore. People, hang on, I want to get more right to it because there's a bunch of crap in here. Hmm. Okay. He goes on to say, then perhaps with eyes upward, you may wonder what in the sky could keep you occupied for a full quarter of an hour. Bored, you may feel an urge for your phone. You may look at your watch and find that no, only 10 minutes have not yet passed, only 4. Wow. I mean, what this says about this guy, like, it seems like he has a problem with putting down his phone and like getting comfortable and like relaxing. He should have a talk with me. I'm pretty good at this. Like the whole like you just set it down and you take a nice nap and you just get comfortable and you just kind of stare off into places, you know? Sometimes I let my imagination, like I'll be staring off, my eyes are open, but I see things that are happening inside here and I'll just sit there and enjoy my imagination, like what goes on in there. It can be pretty interesting. It's a fun place to hang out. For a full quarter of an hour, bored, you might feel an urge for your phone. This guy. All right. But then at last you may begin to notice, you discern some variety among the billows above. The words from the 6th grade science class begin to drift beside them. Are those Sirius clouds, you wonder? And are those Columbus? You allow yourself to see again through a child's eyes and observe not how clouds, but the shapes of seals and bears and dogs and dragons. Between white wisps you spy a faded half moon, hastening late to its rest. And then maybe you will begin to feel small as the few squares feet beneath you fit like a tiny photo in a large frame. A question may trail to your lips with new feelings. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? And see, this is where it starts getting into a whole bunch of, he starts adding scripture into it quite a bit. And it eventually ends up where he's saying, like, people don't do this, like, they don't go out and enjoy the outdoors, and they don't see, they're not amazed, or they don't like look at nature and enjoy it and just like take in the environment, which is bull honky. Like, I still do that. um I've been turned on to even doing walking meditation, which is nice. It's just, it feels good just to walk around and not uh you know think about either my problems or what plans I'm trying to come up with. It's kind of nice to just like keep my focus on the sounds of the birds in the neighborhood, the things that are happening around me, and take in the smells and the air. Like, I enjoy that. There's even people like, hey, what's up? Normalizing atheism. What's up? Good morning. And Dr. Mordecai has joined us. When I look deep inside, all I see is cow poop. Dr. Mordecai, did you hear the lyrics I was playing around with in the beginning? The I have a little theme song I like to jam out to, and I added some lyrics this morning, and they were birdie birdie in the sky, drop some white stuff in my eye. I'm a grown adult, so I won't cry. I'm just glad that cows don't fly. That was a part of the little theme song this morning. Have Cherokees legalized the weed yet? That's a good question. I haven't looked at the news for legalization, how that is progressing or getting pushed back. Here in Texas, it's a back and forth thing. It's freaking weird. Whoa! Yes, they have it on their property. Wow, that is awesome. I'm glad to see that there's some progress going up in that sector, in that part. I'd like to see the plant be used beyond even just the recreational, like it being a product that can be used to make textiles and other things. There's some really interesting things I've seen that supposedly can be made out of it, like hempcrete. Hempcrete is where they use the hemp to make a concrete, and it's really breathable and strong, supposedly. But yeah, this dude's article goes on to be like, people aren't amazed by it, and like there's Cosmic Kyle. I've been keeping up with his channel on Facebook as well, where he's showing off his photography and he does pictures of the sky. And I will look into those. I take time to just look at pictures of the sky and all the new uh, telescopes that they are not telescopes. Well, yeah, the telescopes that is satellites they're sending out there. Why am I not calling them the correct thing? Um, the one that they have sent into outer space, that telescope that's sending us back pictures, I find those amazing. Like, it's not something that is been forgotten about. Nature is pretty cool. It is got a pretty large audience, you know. I mean, there's something like 8 billion of us, plus all the other animals that there's a lot of them that seem pretty conscious and aware of what's going on, and they're experiencing it, and I'm sure they have moments of elation or, you know, where they're just like, wow, that is really trippy looking. That's really cool. And then you want to learn about it and discover what makes it look or feel that way. But yeah, um, but looking up in the sky. Now, I found a joke. I did find a joke. And I'm like, kind of nervous telling it, but I did laugh. I did find it funny. Okay, I'm gonna tell a joke. Okay, the people that wear tampons, whenever they need to wear a tampon, one of the times that they do need to wear a tampon is whenever they go skydive, and the reason being is because as they come down, the whistle can get kind of loud. All right, I'm gonna transition to the Book of Calvin and the Hobbes, and I'm just gonna um, godly women should use a maxi pad. Let's see. What are they going to get into today? Calvin. Oh, looks like they're gonna have a gunfight. Bang! Kaping! Bang, bang! You missed! It was after him, boys! Giddy up! They're all acting like they're shooting, running around the house. And there's Mom. Calvin, will you please stop tearing around the house? You're driving me crazy. You said we shouldn't go outside because it's starting to rain. And they ended up outside. Boy, that sure worked. We're not allowed back in there until when? Now, how can I? What is the profound message in this one today? Playing around. Mom's like, hey, making it difficult for me to work, driving me crazy over here. He's like, you said we couldn't go outside because it's raining. Yeah, well, I guess you can't get away with uh, everything just because of one situation. Like, they're like, oh, it's raining outside, so we can be as loud and run all over the house like we do outside. But you got to be able to respect. You got to have respect for the spaces and places that you are in, and act accordingly. I guess that is what I could see that would be profound about this. And just because that's normal behavior for you while you're out in the wild, whenever you come inside and you're hanging out with everybody else, there should be a respect that is kept. And that's what I'm going to take from that. But yep. Dr. Mordecai says toxic shock syndrome is God's way of punishing unsaved harlots. Yeah. I wonder right now. Oh, what was that? That's Kendra. Little bell tone. Oh, and she gets to come home early today. That's pretty cool. Heck yeah. That is what's up. Yeah, I wanted to, oh yeah, I was gonna do this. Let's see something. I'm gonna check one more thing to see who is up. I'm checking, looking, waiting for it to load up. Well, I don't see anyone else alive. Is there somebody y'all are going to go hang out with at this moment who is going live? Is there someone y'all would like to support? I'll go hang out with them as well. Y'all can put them in the chat and we can go raid their channel. I'm gonna wait here for a second and see if anybody responds back here for a moment. I'm gonna see. Silverwolf is probably not going to stream for a bit. Alright. Okay. I'm going to let one more minute pass. And then I'm going to go head off and go take care of things. Go be responsible. I wish y'all all well-being, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. That is for sure. I will be around in the YouTube verse. I'm still waiting to see if somebody says something. Sends a link. Let the minute fully pass. It's counting down. 49, 50, 52, 54, 56. Alright, I wish y'all well-being, and y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all around on the YouTubes.